submitted, the status will change to negotiation. Once the legal work order has been created, the status will change to negotiation complete. Once the legal work order has been executed, that serves as the notice to proceed to the consultant. The status will change to active. Once the work order is in active status, the status can change to on hold if the work order has been placed on hold. Once that hold is released, the status will revert back to active. On the right-hand side are some additional statuses. The first one on the right there is idle, and that will occur when the final invoice has been paid on a work order. The next status down is expired once the expiration date passes for a work order. You'll see that can be changed if a time extension is issued, and that's the arrow going to the left. If a time extension has been issued, it can revert back to idle status or active status. The next status down on the right is final, and that will occur when the finalize button is clicked. From final status, you'll also see, and this is the arrow going to the right, the work order can be broken down and returned to idle, expired, or active status. The last status there on the right is the canceled status. The cancel button, once the cancel button has been clicked, the status will change to canceled. And that's if a work order is in setup, in process, or negotiation statuses. I talked about the agreement information that we'll see, and we're going to access the agreements in ECMS2 through the agreements portal. That is a search portal you use to go search for your agreements. So the agreement part and work order search screen will allow you to search for agreements using a quick jump search. So if you know your agreement number or your agreement and part or work order number, you can enter in those numbers, hit your enter key, and take you right to the screen, the agreement or part work order screen. There is also an advanced search where you can go in and set search criteria, and you can also save those searches. So if you're always searching for an agreement by particular criteria, you can go in and save those search so it'll be there every time you come in. There are also preset express searches that will allow you to quickly access agreements. Once you get to the agreement information screen, that will list all of your information for your agreement. And there's a new concept here of a main page for your agreements. You'll really go to your agreements to create or edit any agreement documents, such as your technical proposal and price proposals. You'll also see cost and expiration summary information. DBE, goal, commitment, and attained information will also be listed on the agreement information screen. And there will also be a list of all parts and work orders. That agreement information is really like a jumping off point to view information about your agreement. Everything you need is right there. You can also access your parts and your work orders from there as well. Wanted to talk about some of the new supplement types that you'll see in ECMS2. There is a normal supplement type, which is the same as it is today, a no-fee supplement type, an open-end time extension, and an administrative supplement type. I'm going to talk a little bit about those new supplement types. As I mentioned, the normal supplement type is the same as it is today. The no-fee supplement is only for project-specific agreements, and the profit factor must be 0 on all parts. You can change the part costs and can transfer money between consultants within the same part. But you cannot transfer money between parts. For an open-end time extension, you can extend the expiration date for the original agreement. change the DBE percentage. And this is only for open-end agreements. It's not applicable for project-specific agreements. For an administrative supplement for open-end agreements, you can add subs using a generic task. And you can also change the DBE percentage. For project-specific agreements, you can also change the DBE percentage, change the part expiration date, and transfer money between consultants on each part. But each part must have a net change of $0. There is a new process in ECMS2 to finalize agreements. Once the agreement is reaching the expiring, there will be a reminder for expiring agreements, expiring parts, or expiring work orders. So once the agreement gets to the end point and it's nearing the expiration date, there will be a reminder. And that's also something else new that you'll see in the work queue. That's another good reason to go into your work queue, to view information that's something you have to do, or here in this case, it will give you a reminder about something that's expiring. Before an agreement will be finalized, the consultant evaluation must be completed for prime consultants. And all parts or work orders will be finalized before the agreement is finalized. One additional point here about what's new with agreements. There is a new assignment agreement attachment, which will provide capability to attach an electronic copy of an actual assignment agreement legal document. In the next section, we're going to go in and take a look at a demonstration of agreements and see some of the things we've been talking about.